but it's a staff that's just tremendous. Greg has strengths. I've always felt like he should be a head coach. Win Case is a guy that won a national title at Oklahoma City. It's a veteran staff. Wynn's a great recruiter. Greg's a great recruiter. I'm sure there's somebody else on the staff that's a great recruiter, but those guys are guys that when you're in a gym with them, you know that you probably ought to be paying attention to who they're looking at.
Coach, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Coach,
all right.
This off-season is the off-season at UTEP. You've been there a while. You know what you're looking for. You know what's expected. Staff has pretty much been consistent. You've been getting your guys in that you've been needing. Leadership, consistency, basketball IQ is one of the things you talk about on a regular basis about what you look for and when you're recruiting. How is this group going to take the team forward and put you all back in the tournament this year?
Well, I think that we were reactive this year in terms of our recruiting. We signed a couple of nice players early, and Tim Cameron and a young man from the Dallas area, Deion Barrett, who was an all-state player, two guards that we thought could help us. We had a nice player sitting out who was 6'11", 250, who will also help us. But in the spring recruiting, we were reactive to a couple of players transferring out. And we'll find out who those guys are. We had not seen them play. We responded to phone calls from others who knew that we had a void, and we just tried to fill it. And they're certainly going to have to be able to help us for us to have the kind of team that can go on and compete for a spot in the NCAA tournament.
Practice has been going on now for about a week and a half. Anybody stood out so far as cracking, competition?
Yeah.
Competitive.
Yeah, it's been very competitive, and we've liked what we've seen out of our big 6'11", 250-pound center who was sitting out, Kelvin Jones, who is very athletic and very physical. He's not in very good shape right now. I'm not sure I'm not in better shape than he is. But
when you're that big, Coach, if you can take up space, now come on now. We've been around the block a while. Yeah. When you can take up space, you can solve a lot of problems.
That's right.
And you can hide a lot of things.
That's right. But he's going to get in shape, and he's a great kid, and he's working exceedingly hard. And so he's probably been a big surprise. And for our team to be competitive this year, we have to have good play from some returning guys. They have to be better. And Dominic Artis and Omega Harris and Terry Wynn and Trey Touchette and Jake Flaggart all have to be better players. And certainly the return of Matt Wilm at 7'1" is something that can help our team if he's healthy.
This conference has changed a lot. Competitive landscape since you've been at UTEP. What's been the difference? Because this year everybody's talking about how balanced this team is at home and on the road. If you're not ready to play, it might not be your night. That's
right. I think that the teams that have come in have really improved themselves. That came in 3 years ago. I think that Middle Tennessee has really stepped up their recruiting. Louisiana Tech stepped up their recruiting. Doc's trying to fight through the probation that Donnie Tyndall left him with, and he's trying to get it better and trying to improve. But all those teams will be better. Florida International, Florida Atlantic. We feel like we lost a lot with the loss of Tulsa and Houston and Memphis and Central Florida. But we feel like we're catching up right now, and the teams that have entered this league have really recruited a different level athlete, and that's what's making it so difficult.
Well, I'm not going to keep you long. I'm going to ask you 2 more questions because I saw that walk down the side the hallway. Yeah. He's looking for you. Yeah. Your non-conference schedule, because you always put a schedule together to set everything up for down the road.
We have, and this year may not be as strong. We were hoping to have a home game with Washington State, and that didn't work out. We're at the University of New Mexico, and we're excited about starting that series again against a team that we'd played for 85 years, twice a year, and really should be playing them all the time. There's a potential matchup with Villanova. We've got a game with Wake Forest. We're in a tournament with Mississippi State and Boise State. We have New Mexico State twice. There's going to be enough on the the schedule early to keep us humble and honest.
Is there anything else I hadn't asked you about that's going on campus at UTEP that's got excitement and buzz going?
Well, I just think that, our community supports our program. We typically are right there at the top of Conference USA in the state of Texas in attendance, and we're a town of 870,000 people, the biggest city in the country without professional football, basketball, baseball, or hockey. And as a result, we have a lot of eyes on us in the community, and that makes it a great experience and makes you go to work knowing that people are paying attention.
All right, Coach Floyd. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Good luck.
All righty. Take care. Good to see you again.
Same here.